I think we've got 4 different types of Subway cookies to try here, and I'm so excited for this. You guys better love sandwiches and cookies, because for today's video we're gonna be comparing American versus British Subway food. I'm gonna be traveling between New York City and London in this video, so I'm gonna be comparing the food items, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this. And before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys to give this video a like if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe and switch my notifications on. It really helps me out, and the people who are subscribed are the ones who help me being able to make more episodes for my American versus British series. So no more talking now, let's get into the video. For the first category, what I thought we should do is compare the exact same sandwich. So I'm going to take a classic, which is the meatball marinara sandwich in the classic Italian bread, and we're going to compare it in both countries. This is the meatball marinara in the classic Italian bread in the US. No vegetables, no sauce, just literally that. I mean, I think the guy was being very nice to me, so I think he was a little bit generous. This looks a little bit bigger than like a normal like 6-inch from Subway. He also did something weird that I didn't complain, but he put cheese in it. Like, does the meatball marinara usually come with cheese? I guess we're gonna wait to find out what happens in the UK. It doesn't have any sauce, it doesn't have any vegetables, so obviously it is a little bit dry, as you guys probably imagine. But I think it's pretty good. Even though it's the exact same type of bread, this tastes a lot sweeter. Maybe it's just in my head, but maybe we'll also see the truth now when we see what this looks like in the UK. But you know what? It's a good sandwich, it's a classic, so I think this is a good one to compare in the two countries. This part now has got a lot more tomato sauce, which is nice. We're back in London in England, and right here I've got the meatball marinara sub, and we're about to try it. I wasn't very hungry when I did this video in America, but I'm actually very hungry now. I think they pressed it a little bit too much when they were packaging it. It actually does look a little bit smaller. Maybe it's just because it's like all pressed and like weird. This one actually doesn't have cheese in it, and I kind of suspected this when I did the one in America, because I don't remember ever going to the UK and then putting cheese unless you ask for it. To be completely honest with you guys, I think this tastes just about the same as one in America. Like, it's very similar. If anything, this one has a little bit more tomato sauce in it, but apart from that, I think it tastes about the same. I've compared a lot of fast food, and there's usually like differences in terms of flavors between America and the UK. Like, even if it's like a subtle change, but this one actually tastes exactly the same. So this would be very difficult to judge. This one is very difficult to compare because there's actually not that many different things between the two items. So I'm gonna say that the winner for this one is the American sandwich, and the reason for that is because the American one did come with cheese without me having to ask for it, which I suppose it's nice, but you know, I do think it was cheesier and I do think it was bigger, so for that reason the point for this first round is going to America. So this is the actual exciting category, because in this one we're going to be trying a sandwich that doesn't exist in the other countries. So for the US, I found this sandwich that I've never heard about it before. It is rotisserie chicken. Is that how we pronounce it? I think sometimes you guys forget that my first language was actually not English, so please give me a break once in a while. I basically ordered this one in Italian and herbs cheese, also with all the vegetables. Ooh, I kind of want to show you the inside. Okay, so this is what the inside looks like. In the picture, it almost looks like little chunks of like roasted chicken. I thought this was gonna taste like the same as like other chicken at Subway, but actually it's like a strong roasted chicken flavor. I like that a lot. I actually really like this. I think it's probably better than the chicken teriyaki Subway, which is the only other chicken Subway sandwich that I've had. And I think this one tastes a lot better, so I'm very happy about this. This is going to be very difficult for the UK, but let's see what happens. For the UK, for the exclusive category, I actually got this sandwich, which is called the pizziola sandwich. Actually, it's called the chicken pizziola, and it's a mixture between a chicken sandwich and a pizza. And I know, I hope it tastes as good as it sounds, because I've never actually tried this before. This one looks absolutely incredible, so I ordered all the vegetables for this one. Because it's covered in vegetables, it's very difficult to actually show you what's in it, but basically this one has got some cheese, pepperoni, the tomato sauce from the meatballs and chicken. It's basically like Subway's idea of like a pizza sandwich. It's really weird. This has got so much onion in it, I'm definitely gonna get a bad breath out of it, but I actually think this does taste very delicious. It tastes like a good like pepperoni and cheese sandwich, but it doesn't taste like pizza, and it also doesn't taste like chicken. Like, I can barely like taste the chicken in this. I think the chicken in America tasted a lot better, and I think I just enjoy the sandwich in general better. Like the general flavor and combination of things, it tasted better in America, and for that reason I'm actually gonna give the point on this one to America, which is very surprising to me because this one was a pizza sandwich. I know a lot of people like hate fast food or hate Subway, but I actually think the flavor of that chicken was one of the nicest like chicken sandwiches I've had from like a fast food place. So this next category is a little bit weird because I don't think we've ever used it in one of these food videos, but the reason why I chose to pick vegetarian is because I used to go to Subway a lot when I was vegetarian because I really like the Subway, the veggie patty. It's basically a vegetarian burger, and when I was vegetarian I used to go and eat that like almost every day when I went to school. My Uber's here. This is what the veggie patty looks like in the US. It's so light! It's literally like so much lighter than the one in the UK. I ordered it with just the vegetables and no sauce once again because I don't want to get sick, because if this sits here for too long. Am I crazy though? Because I do think it is good, but I think it's different. I think it smells different, it looks different, and it tastes different. It's good. I'm glad there is a vegetarian option. I was vegetarian for so many years, and Subway was one of the places that I always liked going to because it meant you not only got the vegetables, you actually had like some solid like meat replacement. I love Subway, so I don't mean this in any bad way, but there's a weird flavor to it. So we've got the veggie patty in the UK right here, and it is time to find out if I was just being picky in America or if it is actually like a difference between the sandwiches. I think there might actually be a difference, but I really did love the American sandwich. I'm not sure if I did include that in the video. I also got this in whole grain bread with all the vegetables to make it like a fair comparison. I definitely think the veggie patty looks darker in this one. Like, I'm trying to hide so the camera doesn't focus on me. It does taste a little bit different, not going to lie. I think this one has a little bit more flavor than the one in America. Probably a lot more spices, I would say. The consistency is the same, and the general flavor is not too far from the American one. So I think what happened was, you know when you remember something tasting like more amazing than it actually was? It's really weird, but that happens to me sometimes. Obviously, this doesn't mean that it's always like that in Subway in the UK, or it's always like that in Subway in America. This depends on like the shop that you go to, the time of the day that you go, so this is not like a very like black and white comparison, but I still have to pick a winner, and I'm gonna go with the winner being the UK. Some people go to Subway only because of the cookies. Personally, I'm okay with their cookies. I don't think they're the best cookies in the entire world. I think like if you make homemade chocolate chip cookies, they're probably a little bit better. I went to 3 different Subways in New York looking for more variety of cookies, but actually the only 2 cookies that I could find were white chocolate chip, and I think this one is oatmeal and raisins and cinnamon. It's really weird, but it smells like pumpkin spice latte. If you don't know this about me, fall is my favorite time of the year. On my phone, I've got a countdown for the day that pumpkin spice latte comes back. This is white chocolate chip. That's a good cookie. I actually never realized how much I do love Subway cookies. So this is the white chocolate one, and I really liked it. You guys know that I don't like raisins, so I'm gonna eat around the raisins. I hope I didn't bite into a raisin. I wish it tasted the way it smells, because it smells like pumpkin spice latte, but then it's got raisins in it. In the UK, they actually had a lot of different cookies at my local Subway, so I'm gonna show it to you. I've actually never tried this one before. This is chocolate chip and M&M's, I think. This was probably the best Subway cookie I've ever had in my life. I think the colorful things in the cookies might actually be Smarties because there's no peanuts in it. This is a chocolate cookie with double chocolate chips. I think I prefer the first one, but this one was very, very good as well. This is the classic Subway chocolate chip cookie. Very good, but not as exciting because I eat that a lot. That is my go-to Subway cookie every time I go to Subway, so let's move on to the next one. And the lady also gave me this one, but I think this might be exactly the same as the first one we've tried. So I think this one is actually M&M, and the first one we've tried was actually Smarties cookies, because this one does have peanuts in it. I'm very happy that I was actually able to find all these different cookies in the UK, because it wouldn't be satisfying for you guys to watch this video if I didn't try like a bunch of like different cookies from Subway. I don't have many options here. I'm gonna say that the point for this one goes obviously to the UK, because you guys had a lot more option, and this doesn't mean that it's like that in every American shop or in every British shop. Like, sometimes they've got the cookies, sometimes they don't have them. It is officially 2 points for the UK and also 2 points for America. So this video actually doesn't have a winner. It's officially a tie. I think this is probably the first time that I try in one of these videos things from the two countries and they taste like almost identically, almost like exactly the same. I had to be very picky for this one in order to make differences, so it wouldn't be fair that one country would win. So it's only fair that both of the countries get the title to the best Subway food. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everyone who gives these videos a like, everyone who subscribes and puts my notifications on. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye bye.